All right, welcome back to another episode of Redbeard and Son Adventures. Tonight we're kind of doing a fun little thing here. I want to do something different with the channel since it's being winter and unable to go out and really do fishing adventures or anything like that. And just really cold right now. So what we're going to do is on the Redbeard and Son Adventure channel, we're going to do a Connor's Cooking Corner. And so every Friday night, we're gonna try to put on a cooking video that Connor cooks. Because Connor cooks dinner for us once a week. And so we're super excited. But tonight, we have my in-laws and his grandparents coming over with our his Uncle Merrill. And so we're super excited.
Uncle Merrill!
Uncle Merrill's coming, right, Kelly? Yes, so we're super excited about it. So Connor's going to be making us dinner. So I'm going to turn the time over to Connor and have him explain and tell you what he's doing and how we're going to get this going. All right.
So what we have right now is we have a whole pound of bacon. Yes, I said a pound. And once I finish cutting this up and separating it all so it's in nice chunks, we're going to pan fry this. And once it's pan fried, we're going to take it out and pat it dry. And then we're going to, while it's pan fried, we're going to chop up a bunch of vegetables. And once it's cooked and pan fried and all put out and patted dry, we're going to stick the vegetables in the bacon oil.
Okay, so what are you making? You never said what you're making.
I'm making clam chowder from scratch.
All right.
So I'm going to wash my hands so I can dump this in.
All right.
Okay, so we've got this pan frying, and now we're gonna start cutting the vegetables. Frying pan. And it's the celery. And I'm actually doing a double batch because a single batch barely feeds us, and there's 4 of us, and now there's going to be 7 of us.
Issue with the bag.
Finally! There we go.
Rinse it off. We're having technical issues here.
Okay, so we have the celery chopped, and now, because there's 7 of us, I'm making a double batch. So instead of needing just 3 stalks of celery, I needed 6. And the recipe calls for white onions, but I've done this before with red onions, and I found it adds a sweeter. The white onion has a sharper flavor, and the purple or red doesn't have such a sharp flavor, and it makes it sweeter. Got the bacon pan frying. And once we have the 2 onions chopped, we can start on the potatoes. And once the potatoes are done, we just wait for the bacon to be nice and crispy. And then we throw this all in. And then once the potatoes are nice and soft, we add the water, clams, and potatoes, or water, clams, and cream, or I'm using milk in this. And we actually do that in our biggest pot. And once it's all in there, then we stir in a little bit of flour, and then and it just simmers until it's the thickness that I desire. Chop an onion. Now I'm doing the clams. All the vegetables and the celery and onions are cooking. Once those are soft, we add the water, clams, and potatoes. And once the potatoes are soft, we dump it into the big pot, and we add the milk, and that just simmers until dinner time.
Sweet.
And this recipe is amazing.
So where'd you get this recipe from?
So, when we were coming home from Monterey on our family trip, we stopped in Auburn, California. And we were recommended to Awful Annie's by one of our friends, one of our good friends. And we stopped there for lunch, and we bought their, it was so good that we bought their cookbook, and this is what, the 5th time I've made it, I think?
Something like that, yeah.
And if you're in Auburn, California, try Awful Annie's. Alright, so now that everything is nice and soft and cooked, we need to dump in the clams. Plenty of clams. And there's actually one can that I couldn't fit into the bowl. Dump that all in. Then we dump in the 6 cups of water. Normally this would be 3, but because I'm making a double batch, it's 6. And I already dumped in the potatoes. So now, this just boils, or we get this up to boiling. And once it's boiling, we add all the seasonings and the milk and the rest of the butter.
And the flour.
And the flour, which I need to grab.
Looking pretty good so far.
It'll look even better when everything's done. Yum. So while we wait for the veggies and everything to boil, we melt 6 tablespoons of butter in the saucepan, and we dump in the flour, and then we actually take a cup of this and stir it into here until it's nice and thick, and then we add it all in back in, and then while it's boiling, and then we add the milk and stir until the desired consistency.
So how much flour do you put in?
It's pretty much just as much flour to get it to the desired consistency of a roux. So you can do as much or as little as you like. I like my roux a little soft, so I'm not going to do a ton of flour. But I'm still going to do quite a bit. Just cutting up the butter to make it melt faster. Oops.
And what's that timer for?
That timer is for the peasant loaf. And it's been in the making since 2 o'clock. And this is a recipe we actually got off of Facebook, and we've liked it. We love this recipe. It's really simple. It's literally, well, it's flour, salt, sugar, yeast, and water. That's all it is, and it becomes that.
It's yummy.
And it is so good.
All right, so you're going to melt the butter, put in the flour, and make a roux.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have our roux, and we dumped in the cup of the mixture, and we just dump it right back in. And now that just needs to boil, then we can add the milk. And this will be done. And right now, I am starting on my Greek salad. And I just need to take off the first few layers. Okay, so I'm adding the lettuce for my Greek salad, which I actually got from I've had this cookbook for several years, but I only started cooking from it for 3 years ago. And the very first meal I made was stuffed potatoes, this Greek salad, and some little snack bites. And the lettuce is in there, and I just need to grab the tomatoes. Okay, so we have all of the flour, because we need to thicken it. We have the milk, and now we're just stirring in all the seasonings and all the clumped flour. And once it simmers and all the flour's mixed in, it's done, and we can have dinner. Yay.
All right, so we thank you for coming along with us on Connor's Cooking Corner. We're super excited about trying to do this. This is our first one, so we're a little choppy and a little jumpy, but we're super excited about trying something new. Give us a big thumbs up if you like what you saw with the cooking and the working together and making good family meals. We appreciate you guys coming along with us. Give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, please do so. Tell your friends about us. We're trying to do more things and get things better out for you. I can't talk. But we appreciate you guys coming along with us. And remember,
make every day an adventure.
Thanks, guys.